I do regret having moved so far away from my mother. If I had stayed near her, I feel I would have been able to help her more. Even though she is a very independent woman, because of her age, she doesn't get about as well as she used to. I do have my brothers and sisters still living up north, but I think I was the favourite, and she's very sad that I moved away, and that is a big regret in my life.
I really wish I hadn't got very drunk with my brother on the night before his wedding. We were staying in a hotel and we decided to go for a few drinks in a nearby village. Unfortunately, we had a few drinks too many and we got lost on the way back. So we decided to sleep the night in a cornfield, which we did. We eventually arrived back at the hotel 1 hour before the wedding was due to start, and people were a little bit upset with us.
I wish I'd gone travelling straight after school. I wish that I'd taken a whole year out and gone to all the places that you never get a chance to go to. I always quite fancied getting the backpack on my back and even just walking or cycling and getting to those bits that are off the beaten track. I've done a bit of in my time. I've gone to Thailand and the States and things like that, but I've always quite fancied a whole year just getting out there and going out and seeing what's out there. But I haven't done it, and I don't know if I'll get a chance to now.
I suppose my biggest regret is not knowing my father better. When he was alive, my mother was very dominating, and therefore he tended to hide himself behind a newspaper or a book. And I regret really not spending more time with him, getting to know a bit more about him. And he was a very interesting person, but I really think I could have got to know him better.
A couple of years ago, my two brothers, fulfilled our long, cherished dream of driving across America over about 5 weeks. They went from Georgia to California, and I didn't go with them because I had a job and I couldn't really afford it. And while I admit that it was the right thing to do because I couldn't afford it, I do wish I'd gone with them, because I don't think I ever will now.
I regret not continuing to work in theatre. I think that if I had stayed in theatre, I could have been maybe rich and famous, quite successful, and I think I would have enjoyed the work in the end. I know that friends of mine who did continue to work in theatre have done very, very well and have become quite famous. And maybe I could have become famous and just travelled the world, met different people, had a really exciting and very different life. But I wasn't strong enough to keep going through the difficult times.
I have very few regrets in my life, but this is one of them. When I was 18, I was a student. The year was 1965. And there was a girl who joined our college. She was in the next class to me. And she was the most beautiful creature I'd ever seen. She was 21 and she'd been to art college previously and to me seemed terribly sophisticated. She had black hair, olive skin, and the most beautiful, sparkling black eyes. And whenever she came into the same room that I was in, I would really lose my breath. I was so shy, I could never speak to her, but I did go out with her best friend for a time. I wish I'd gone out with her. Maybe life would have been different.
I regret not having learned to swim when I was a child. I've spent many summer holidays watching my friends having fun in the swimming pool or out water skiing or something like that. And I've been sitting on the beach watching them thinking it'd be great fun to join in. And now that I'm an adult, it's much more difficult to learn.